So, Aquarius, I am doing your reading while also cooking food because I just didn't want to do one thing and then the other. I kind of just wanted to do both. So, Aquarius, let's see what wants to come out for you. Sun, moon, or rising. Oh, protection. Cave. And here's the thing, Aquarius. The energy I was getting a little bit before the reading started is that you kind of do put yourself a little bit in a cave or a bubble, right? So, this message, there's a dualistic nature to this message. So, just bear with me. It seems on one hand, you are very protective over your space, your energy. Of course, I feel if you are doing certain protective measures, energetically setting these barriers and protection, this is confirmation that that is exactly, continue to do that, right? Because I feel that you do have this potent energy that does need protection. I've noticed with Aquarius energy, you know, that humanitarian side of you likes to come out, when individuals sense this about you, whoever is watching this, they sense that you have energy that could potentially heal them and help them, right? It's just in your energetic field, it's in your auric field. So you probably have been starting to notice this, and it seems that you have been taking the necessary measures to protect your space a little bit. It seems that you are fine being humanitarian and helping others and giving other people advice and, money, whatever the case may be. But there comes a point where you are realizing there has to be a line drawn, right? So I feel that many of you are in this protective space because you have something that you are trying to guard. And it seems that what this is, it could be your mind and also your body and your energy kind of together. You are guarding these things because you realize that you are needing to use something of yours, like an idea, whatever the case may be, and you're really needing your energy to be, A1, if you will. You're needing your energy to be at its highest peak in order to kind of bring this idea to life. So you are really protecting these ideas of yours as well. And first and foremost, you are protecting your physical space. You are protecting your energy so that you can bring these ideas to life. But again, there is another side to this protection card because I am seeing with this figure, do you notice that she is kind of covering her like body? It looks like a bit of this reserved energy, like a bit of shyness. I'm not saying that you're shy, but I feel Aquarius, you have to have a balance with, your protection and to make sure that it doesn't kind of fall into becoming a bit of a miser, if that makes sense, and becoming a little bit too reserved to where you are not extending your arms to new opportunities. This card here has this nature kind of surrounding her, and it seems that you don't want to, I guess, protect yourself from energies that are beneficial to you. You see what I mean? Because although you are taking these necessary measures to protect your energy in your space, there has to be a balance there, Aquarius, because there are energies, with this nature, Mother Nature, and there's a ladybug that looks like a ladybug. It's kind of dark outside. I'm doing my reading kind of late. There's energies that are wanting to kind of maybe help you and assist you and maybe work with you. But if you are having this barrier, energetic barrier, it's very hard for these energies to kind of, I guess, come to you, because it seems that you are protecting and having this energetic barrier around everything and everyone, right? You kind of have this mindset where you don't want anyone coming into your space. You don't want anything coming into your space. And sometimes, if there's too much of a barrier, energies that are trying to help may feel repelled. You might end up unconsciously repelling these energies. So just I want to say keep that in mind, Aquarius. I do see that you are protecting your space very well, right? You are doing that very well. You are very protected, Aquarius. I don't know if some of you have been wondering. You're extremely protected. But hence the word extremely protected, right? So remember, there's got to be a balance so that you don't end up turning into, you know, or so that you don't end up locking yourself in the cave. You see what I mean? Because the card does say cave. You don't want to become that person, Aquarius, where you are literally shutting out every single relationship and connection, and you don't want to be around anyone. So just keep that in mind, Aquarius. Let's see what else wants to come out. And don't shoot the messenger, Aquarius. I'm just saying. Yeah, desert. I can't make this stuff up. Yes, solitariness, right? Again, Aquarius, because this is just an energy that I'm getting. You do love your space and being alone. I feel like some of you love your peace. You're like, I just love my peace so much. I don't want to deal with all these extra individuals and just energies. That is fine, of course. I'm not saying to not protect your energy, but with this desert, as you can see, there's nothing here, right? There's no one here, Aquarius. That can potentially be a little bit of an issue as far as you wanting to progress in life. You will have to let some connections into your life, Aquarius, whether that causes you a bit of hesitation and resistance or not, right? Because it seems that this lonesome lone wolf energy, it's good, I guess, depending on the circumstances. But again, too much of anything can start to trickle into being a bit of a toxic energy. Too much of water, water is beneficial for the body, but too much of it, right? You can drown. You see what I mean here, Aquarius? I think some of you, some of you you're really not liking what I'm saying. I can feel it. You are not liking this at all. But it is what it is. I'm gonna just deliver the message as I see fit. The energies are coming out because I'm saying this because there's maybe your higher self or spiritual beings that want to let you know, Aquarius, you are pushing it. You are starting to step into becoming too much of a hermit. And if you look, some of you just might need to be made aware of this. I think you've gotten into the habit of just closing yourself off from society, and you're like, I don't want to deal with any of these people, right? Like I need to protect my energy, I need to protect my space. But the desert card for me says enough. It is only you, Aquarius. There's no one else around you. Do you see? And I think some of you have been so, I guess, stuck in that state of mind where you're not noticing it because your awareness is there. So you're not aware of kind of the bigger picture because your awareness is being placed here in this very secluded reality. I feel, Aquarius, you are very secluded. Even though you may work with people and be around individuals, it still doesn't feel like there is anyone in your life, like in your physical environment. I just feel like you kind of go home and that's it. Aquarius, this doesn't feel good to me. If I'm reading the energy, it's not a great feeling, right? I'm just picking up the energy because I sense you are energetically blocking some form of help coming in, like coming your way. With the cave energy, she's surrounded by all these trees and butterflies and all these things, but it looks like she's closing herself off to Mother Nature. And you see out here, she is outside swinging in the sun. Some of you don't forget your sunlight, going out, getting some sunlight, like maybe trying some new activities is what this feels like, Aquarius. Making some new connections. Just because there's individuals around you who you don't resonate with, you don't really like, doesn't mean that you can't find individuals who you do like, you know what I mean? Like, so this feels like maybe joining some of those communities on whatever social media platform, or just finding communities. Yeah. Oh, I love when the cards do this. Adventure. You see what I mean, Aquarius? Look at that. This big alien is just wanting to it's just wanting to like come into your life, right? Aquarius, you need to go party or something. I just want to just kind of grab you and shake you up a little bit. Aquarius, like you're kind of getting a little stiff there. There's a stiffness here. Aquarius, I want to just, and that's not the typical Aquarius energy. The Aquarius energy is meant to be kind of chaotic. It's ruled by Uranus. Aquarius energy is meant to be a bit eccentric and chaotic and all these things. But what's happening here, Aquarius? You are literally not embodying your essence at all, right? Adventure feels like going out, not, you don't have to party. Some of you do, you might want to party or something, but it seems maybe getting out there again, joining some groups and communities that are fun and exciting to you, that pique your interest, maybe reading some new books and things, right? Your brain needs some stimulation, Aquarius. That's the energy that I was getting prior to this reading. Like, Aquarius, your brain wants to learn and do new things. There's a boredom surrounding your energy, and I cannot deny that. I feel it's time for you to kind of go and just try out just a bunch of fun new things. Like, meet some new people. People who, but I am hearing with the South Adventure, some of you are like, well, I am not seeing anyone who would resonate with me. People don't resonate with me. Yes, you have to find them. But they can't find you if you are stuck in your house, Aquarius. That's the thing. They can't find you if you're not going on social media and joining these things, right? They can't find you with the desert. That's what this feels like. But once you get out there, and look, she's got her umbrella, you're still going to be so like hesitant. You're like, okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to join this group. Oh my God. Oh my God. Her umbrella, she's still protecting her energy. That's great. But I feel as soon as you get out there and start to kind of put yourself out there and join these communities and meet these new people and start, these new projects and get down and dirty and have some fun, with your life and just doing all these new adventurous things, you are going to be met with an individual who's just as weird as you, right? But it feels energetically, you were very unconscious of this, I feel. You had to be made aware of this, Aquarius, that your protection and your protective measures, they're great, but it's a little too great. And you are creating this energetic boundary. And I feel like you might be unaware of this. I feel your intentions to protect your energy, it has to be more precise, right? Way more precise, rather than this protection that you're putting around yourself, that is, I guess, shielding you and protecting you from everything. Do you know what I mean, Aquarius? So let's just get one more to kind of close this up. Oh, oh, Aquarius, I love this so much. Passion, the soul. Do you see this? And I feel, Aquarius, there's a lot of emotions that just hit me there. Whoa. And these two look very similar. This big eyeball. I feel, Aquarius, once you start to get back to your passion itself, I feel there are many things that you really enjoy doing, creative things that you enjoy doing. You don't even have to do these things for money or finances, Some people get that mixed up and mistaken, that you have to, I guess, capitalize off your hobbies. You can literally just do stuff because you like to do it. There are many hobbies that I love doing that I don't care to make money off of. I don't want to do that as a living. I just like to do it. So this feels like Aquarius. This is, the advice. This is the advice, Aquarius. Do what you love to do. This is the advice. And don't overthink it too much. Try not to overthink about, oh, well, I'm not making money off of this, and this isn't, it doesn't matter. You have the things that you want to pursue for financial gain and to make money, but with the passion, the soul, I feel you are really, with this protective energy, kind of stunting, the expression of your soul. Like your soul is trying to express through many different avenues, right? Some of you maybe like a singing aspect, because like before this reading I was just hearing so much singing and songs and all that stuff. So like maybe something like that, like you like to write and things, with the cooking aspect, maybe this is, some of you are like chefs or something, or you love to cook, or you love to bake, you love to kind of do all these things. I'm seeing like individuals who like to do interior design. That's very random. Like you like to just decorate your home or other people's home, very creative with the passion energy. You're very creative, and there's, try not to stunt or try not to suppress the essence of your soul by protecting yourself too much to the point where you are literally turning into the cave, right? You're becoming the cave. You don't want to do that. So I think you got the message there, Aquarius. I think, I you know what to do, Aquarius. You know what to do.